Man, we gotta have more of these.
Yeah, we gotta have more of these.
What I'm talking about.
We just scratching the surface. So for those that do want to follow and see what you got going on and understand the world you coming from, how can they follow you? How can they get get into your world?
Listen, man, I'm a believer, man. I know I might, I'm a little unorthodox, and I would just say I'm peculiar. In the Bible, I like to use universal principles from the Bible. That's one that I was exposed to, so I started reading the Bible first. In 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9, it says, we are a peculiar people. We are a royal priesthood. We are a chosen generation. We've been called out of darkness into God's marvelous light. And so when it comes to being conscious, then I'm open to consciousness. I've been born again through consciousness. I ain't been born again. When I was introduced to the church, I was born again through what they call the Jesus Christ, because that's the only doctrine I understood. But once I started to go beyond and study the scriptures, precept on precept and the word on precept, then I began to see the timeline on which it was brought. I began to see how man put their hands and had involved into it. So I began to study, and my consciousness became more aware. So my sense that I use the most is not just the touch, the feel, the taste. Those are natural senses. But the senses I use the most is my divine sense, which is my goddamn common sense. And if it don't make sense to me, it don't make sense. So if I can't connect 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 with what you just told me, and you went from 1 to 3, then that shit don't make sense. And you're gonna have facts to support what the fuck you talking about. Other than that, Dooney the priest ain't trying to hear it, man, because I love God. I believe that I'm chosen, and the way that I act, I know it's a little peculiar. I know it's a little unorthodox. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I've been chosen. I've been put on an assignment. And my assignment is not your assignment, Joe.
Come on, man.
Your assignment is not my assignment. But both of our assignment has caused us to cross paths, okay? For a reason and a season. This is a platform where people can see and try to find the truth. And all I did was, Joker, focus and zeroed in on myself to find the truth for myself. And when I started finding myself, then I found my finger that I was pointing at somebody else. That shit didn't even exist no more. Oh, because once I started looking within myself and finding myself and knowing who the fuck I was, then I know where God is taking me. And I know what my purpose here on earth. And y'all got to excuse my language, because I know that if Jesus did exist and came in the flesh, you know what I'm saying? It was time that he cussed the church out. He cussed the Pharisees and Sadducees out. He called them snakes and vipers. And at that time, those was curse words. You know what I'm saying? And he turned the table off in that bitch when they started tripping in the synagogue, in the church, and in the temple. So yeah, Jesus got angry. Yeah, but he sinned not, but he got angry. So what I'm saying is those are just emotional feelings. You know what I'm saying? But we are all tapped into something what you call divine. We all was born spiritual. I don't care what color you is, because your pineal gland, we're going to get back to that, has no color.
Well, I'm curious, on your deathbed.
Y'all go Google pineal gland.
On your deathbed, who you praying to?
On my deathbed, man, I'm going to be thanking God for my family around me, all my kids and my grandkids. Shout out to all my kids and my grandkids. I got 9 grandbabies. I got 4 kids. You know what I'm saying? I got 2. I got 3 daughters. 4 daughters and 1 son, you know what I'm saying? And I got 9 grandbabies between them. So my time, my household, or the house of Israel for me, is my goddamn family. So I'm focused on my family. So I have no desire to be on a mission or a crusade to save the world, but can't even save my goddamn family. I done seen so many PK kids go neglected from their parents because they out trying to save the world. But what about my own family? So I got enough in my own family to be the priest of it. I got enough in my own family to be a leader, to be somebody of an example, and to lead them into what you call some type of priesthood or understanding and consciousness about God. And all I tell them is that your journey is your journey, and your enlightenment is your enlightenment. And the more you ask God to teach you and ask God not for you not to be deceived, and you tapping into that spiritualism, because we all was born spiritual, but we taught religion. It's nothing wrong with going to church. I tell my family all the time, go to church, go to a mosque, go to a temple, go to that, because in those texts, whether it be the Bible or the Quran or the Torah, they all got universal principles that you can learn from that will help navigate you through life to tap into the spiritualism that you were already born with. But the only thing I don't want you to do, and I tell my family this, is to subscribe to that doctrine of whatever it is you believe in, to the point to where it separates your ass from your family. Because at the end of the day, that's all you got is your family.
See, you went home hungry. Your mama should have said that tithing play come around. She should have just did that right there. She should have just did that right there. I gotta feed the kids.
Yeah.
I gotta feed the kids.
Yeah.
But with that being said, again, this is another episode of Conspiracy Theory. Tell them how to follow you.
Man, just follow me at Dooney the Priest, you know what I'm saying, on IG, man. You can follow Dooney's World on YouTube, you know what I'm saying. Got a lot of stuff coming up. And a lot of people know me out there in the Christian industry as the gospel rapper Dooney the Priest. But back in the day, I'm finna drop all my catalog that people have been asking me about. I've been sitting on probably about 13 to 14 albums, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna try to go revisit the label that I was with Malico and see if they really renegotiate some things, and so I can put some more projects on Malico. If not, I'll put them out myself. You know what I'm saying?
Kid, man.
But you know, I mean, the reason I'm revisiting them because they might have a check for me, and so we gonna talk. You know what I'm talking about? But other than that, man, say y'all follow me at Dooney the Priest, man. I'm finna load. DooneyThePriest.com is coming soon. DooneyTheBarber.com is coming. I'm finna upload it, but it's gonna have music on there for you to download, all my old stuff as well as my new stuff. So just shout out to my family, man. Shout out to my wife, you know what I'm saying? And my other concubines and wives and stuff like that. You know, we'll talk about,
we gotta bring you on.
We gotta talk about that.
He didn't open up a can of worms. He didn't open a can of worms.
Man, but I'm trying probably, you know, stuff like that. And I tried it. But my wife, you know, and it's hard. I'm gonna say this and we're gonna end it. It's hard to practice poly in this day and time with a wife that has a Eurocentric mind that come up in the Christian faith. And that's what we really got to deal with, because you got to understand, to get her to transition over into something that she has to share. When she grew up, it was only monotheistic, to where her mom only believed in one man and one woman together, and she only believed in one man and one woman together. So I had to come from a traditional process. So it's not her fault. It just, that's how we both were raised. So when I got introduced to poly, and you know, some of my teachers and stuff, and then
take it Africa.
I know, you know what I'm saying. But here's the deal: taking her to Africa ain't gonna work. None of that stuff, because that's her mindset. She would just probably have to be study that more or get into that, and then she's understanding it through me. And she loves me enough to say, well, let me be patient and see how it go. And I tried it once. And you know, I failed at it because I think I missed some steps or whatever like that. So you know, before I revisit poly again, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to be praying about it a little bit more. And I think I would want to go outside my race, and I love my sister. I haven't had my sisters all my life. You know, I love my sister, but not the white, not the white. But white girls are fine. They fine in a bitch now. I don't know what it is. These white girls got ass now.
You been to a Cowboys game.
But you know what I would rather, and I'm gonna put this out there. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I wouldn't mind having me a Latino, a badass Latino woman, man, that speaks Spanish real good fluently. Because I would like to learn Spanish.
Okay, don't have to be Mexican. It could be any Latino race.
Oh yeah.
Spanish,
Puerto Rican, Venezuela. Because they fine.
Okay.
Woo, they fine. But like I said, I would have to get my wife's permission, because I don't want to take her too fast.
You might catch him in the DR one day. Maybe by himself. I don't know. But we're going to see.
But check my DMs, because I date them. I call them. I ain't trying to go around just, you know, screwing all. No, it don't work like that. But I'm interested in other cultures, man. I'm definitely that. So I'm
going to bring this conversation back. That's a whole nother.
I ain't no Denzel Washington.
But he got something.
You know what I'm saying? But
with that being said, this is Conspiracy Theory.
Y'all know what the fuck going on.
And we got Dooney the Priest.
Yeah.
To the next episode. I appreciate you, sir.